ARK journeys often begin the same. You see, when you spawn in on the beach, you'll run for a base spot, fight other players, tame your favourite dinos, and contest for Alpha Tribe. But on this journey, I decided to venture over to TBS's no-wipe server, a completely different playstyle to normal clusters. See, no wipes, don't wipe. Big surprise, I know, but that means the playstyle was slowed down and everything is farmed and takes a bit longer. Now when I spawned in on the beach for the very first time by Blue Obelisk on Ragnarok, I thought I'm gonna go solo and live in a hidden base spot. But the ARK gods had something different in mind, as I come across a player almost immediately. Now my journey begins on the Blue Obelisk, where I met a player by the name of Raukin, or Rukin. I think it's Raukin, but I'm unsure. Anyway, he just investigated me, kind of watched me as I was picking bushes, and initially, I was planning on just killing him and taking his stuff. But he didn't really do anything. I also came to bases with the server, saw they had some kits, but I didn't really want to use anything yet, as I was waiting and I would plan my method out a bit later on. He was eager, he wouldn't leave me alone, and I wasn't too sure if it was my name was Scoob. I doubt it, as this is a French server, but he invited me to his tribe, which off the rip never happens in ARK, and I was kind of shocked. I sat there debating my options, but then I thought, when does this really happen in ARK? So I joined his tribe and didn't think much of it. He could have been a viewer, he could have just been a random guy being nice, I didn't know. And then he would open up, well, I don't even know. He kind of just kept hitting me, directed me and gave me some starting stuff like hide, fiber, and then I would go and just continue on with the wipe. I'd start hitting these little crates by Blue Obelisk to grab myself some tools, as I didn't think this guy would have a base or anything. Get myself a crossbow, a pike, some hatchets, and some swords and other stuff in between. And then I'd farm up some resources, and my plan was to upload to the island and go finish off my note run, as I was only level 70 from cooking pots. But on the off chance this guy did have a base, I would download back over on Ragnarok just to check.
Or a day.
Wait, bro. These guys have a base. And from the moment I spawned in, there was a bed. And multiple bed names as well. So I spawned right in just to investigate and see what these guys had, not knowing if I would be kicked before spawning in.
This random guy just invited me to his tribe. At an obelisk, what?
Bro, they have a whole base. This might be the most random thing ever. Yes, it 100% is. I'm not gonna inside some random guy that picked up a homeless man off the street. Like, I'm just gonna pretend I'm a Bob, bro. I'm gonna be like, oh, preserving bins. These are so cool. Preserving bin, you say?
Honestly, just start farming for him.
Should I just...
Honestly, there's your video. There's your video.
Should I just go do a metal run for this guy?
Yeah, do it. You know what? Yeah, just share screens. I don't even need to play. You got your video.
Do you have solo farm? Wait, I need to find a remote. Wait there. I'm gonna go do a metal run.
Share screens.
Now, Leo made a pretty good point. I should probably help these guys, as they kind of helped me and took me off the beach. Now, their base was a bit odd. It kind of made me think that they'd come from PvE, as they grouped up all of their turrets. A lot of them were on weird, platforms and stuff, and their roof was just plain awful. But they had grinded a lot. They had fabbies, industrial forges, and a whole bunch of tames.
You could probably do it somehow.
Bro, he just chucked me out another Meguana. He's giving me one.
Just start farming for him, go on.
I am. I'm gonna go do metal run. Metal. I go do metal run for this man. Maybe he knows. No, I doubt he knows it's me. TBS is a French server mostly, so if he kicks me from the tribe, I will be very upset. Though this is my.
No. There's no way he does it.
What do I need? I need solo farm. Yeah. Let me go do this guy a big metal run.
There's your video. I got invited to a random tribe or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
What? Alright.
He's probably like, what the fuck?
Bro, the
Why
base.
Is he doing a meta run?
Look at the base. I think these guys are quite new to the game. Bro,
I will turn it.
I might have to redesign that whole
into
base.
Yeah, I was gonna say turn that base into a fucking castle.
Look how much.
Like,
I need to make sure he
huge base.
knows I'm going to get metal for him. If
Yeah,
you like,
he knows. That's pretty obvious.
just hit some random rocks around here so he knows what I'm doing.
Honestly, yeah. Turn it into like, yeah, I guess right to a random tribe, and then just like
Oh, the brightness is so
turn
good
it into like a massive fucking huge base.
Just gonna
Just completely like bomb his entire base. Bro.
I built. How do you even do? What is this video, bro?
Well,
I wanted to build
the intro
motorboat base.
could be good.
My first major step, though, was kind of just going around and farming some metal, flint, and stone. That way, I could use their blueprints and other things in the base to make my own gear and start crafting up structures, as I didn't want to use what they had in the base. All of that was theirs, and I was simply here to just kind of help them out and leave like a lone wanderer. So, I went around with the Yankee and the solo farm mod, and I got to work. Bro, he's now breeding the Brontos. He has two. Shiny Brontosaurus and Huando. 86k health.
Yeah, he's breeding Brontos, bro. He knows what's up.
Bro, this guy's on the meta. He's on the
He
money.
knows something that you don't.
Oh, we have 0 bullets. Oh, he's put mounted creatures. He knows some. He's got some idea. Wait. Quite a few of them are only on mounted creatures, though. Goddamn.
I think all of them are mounted creatures.
Oh. Is that on wild creatures?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, I'm just gonna lay in the bed and restart real quick. Can I even? Alright, I'm now inside the trough. Okay, cool. Cool. With the server going down for the restart, that would be the last time I would see any of the tribe online for the rest of the day, as it was kind of like, I think it was around 6 to 7 PM when I got into the tribe, and when I logged back on, no one was on. So, I thought this was my best opportunity. I got a look around the base and kind of gathered what they had. Now, I wasn't level 100 yet, so I still couldn't make heavies and other things, but what I could do is farm. And since I would say I'm a veteran of this game, whether you class me as good or not is your opinion, I know what to do in these situations. So, I got to grips with things. They had a lot of eggs, they had some flak blueprints, they had a bunch of weapon blueprints, and they had quite a bit of metal smelted already. But this was theirs, obviously, and I didn't want to use it, even though I was putting everything back into the base. I kind of wanted to be like a nice charity for them. But they did have quite a bit of metal, so these guys weren't really that odd. Although, when I logged on, the guy was outside still, and his Bronto egg was dying, so I did a good Samaritan deed and dragged him inside so no one could kill him. Considering this guy had given me a full home and a base, what more like? This is like the absolute minimum I can do. Now, my biggest issue with this tribe, though, was the base spot they had picked, as you could be sieged from all the way above and literally just a stego run and drop on you. But I couldn't do anything without farming, so it was off to go grab a metal run. Now, their RG had no weight in it, so I had to use a melee RG. Yeah, imagine. Is that a raid? What am I looking at? Is that a raid or not? That does look like a powered heavy. Ooh. What is that design, though? Can I fly around it? Let's have a look. Oh, no. Huh. Oh, it's ours. What? They set this up. Is this meant to be a turret? Oh, these guys must be new. There's no way they're not. I'm gonna have to sort these guys out and make their base nice. There's no way I can leave them like this. Yeah, just another weird base these guys had set up. I think it might have been a farming protection base for when they come up here to farm metal, but to be honest, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it, and it only has one heavy pointing in one direction. So, off with the metal run, I guess. It's time for me to get a start with this 2k weight RG. After that very short-lived metal run though, I managed to get myself around 12k, which wasn't a lot, but it would certainly be an amount to make some gear, some weapons, and also make a start on actually giving this base some juice. I wanted to turn everything into floating turrets, and kind of just make their wall a bit better. But first, I'd need a weapon, and that long neck was on the crafting, although it would take up a couple thousand of the metal I wanted. I'd go out, farm some wood, thatch, and berries for their babies, and then my goal of crafting stuff would nearly be complete. Now looking at the base from the outside, these guys had placed double door frames and whacked turrets on them, which isn't entirely bad, but if someone gets behind them, quite a few of the turrets won't shoot. Not only that, they had grouped loads of the turrets together, meaning if someone was to just place one C4 or stego rush with a rocket, it would drop all of them. So I would have to reorganize all of that and fix it. But when I went traveling around the map, I come across this boat at the Red Ob which wasn't there earlier on, so I'd have to keep an eye out for later. I did go around and check some of the base spots though, and found this tech base that had literally been raided recently. As I remember a couple days ago, this was still built. Oh, 29 points? Oh, I'm taking it anyway.
29 points is pretty good. It's not bad.
29 points is poo.
No, 29 points is pretty good pre-tame.
19? Now, I wanted to get some raiding dinos done, as whilst I was farming metal and all that stuff was smelting, I really didn't have much else I can do, and getting some raiding dinos would allow me to go around and farm up these guys some loot other ways other than just sitting on an RG and an Anki all the time. I'd also collect all the beaver dams around here, and I got absolutely gangbanged at one point, but we did get quite a lot of pace. I think it was around 8k total by the end of it, which meant that I could actually craft all the metal structures I would need, and all I was lacking now was metal. It wouldn't be an Ark Survival Ascended video without its bugs though, and this was the one I found today. Weird floating Meguana. Face. What? Weird horse?
What
am I looking at?
It's amazing. That's the Dreadnought Fair. Dread Fair? Night Dread Fair? Oh, we're going. It's been raided. I think someone blew into that and just left their horse. Wait, is the horse the same tribe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor guy. I haven't seen one of those. Oh, he's in there still. Let me in. Free loot. This all his is. Damn. Poor soul. So, what's this?
You can run and jump.
305! Wait. Wait, points. 65 points. That's crazy.
No, 26.
Yeah.
It's been leveled a lot.
Oh, my bad. Read the wrong one. Oh! Now me fat. I'll never say no to free loot, and once I'd finished looting that already raided base, I went back to my stego and kept an eye on it just to make sure that no one would ruin the tame. And when it would come out, I think it came out with 43 points, which is pretty okay for a first stego, I can't lie. Sure, it could be better, but after getting loads of paste and a stego, that'd be pretty nice. I'd also look for a pretty average male stego too. I wasn't too bothered about the level, but I did end up coming across this little castle base that looked like it had a raid in it, but I didn't really want to mess with it as there was tech turrets around and I kind of just didn't want to lose all my stuff. After I had grabbed my stegos, did a bit of farming, and got my breeders ready and started hatching some eggs, it was time to start rebuilding their little... I don't even know what to call it. We'll just call it a wall to be kind. I'd pick up all the heavies, ammo, and then figure out a plan. I didn't want to redesign their whole base, as that would kind of be rude, and plus, you know, if you guys play this game and you build a base yourself, you get a nice connection to it and you don't really want to lose it. So, all I was really going to do was add loads of floating turrets to the outside and make it so someone couldn't just run in and drop this all entirely. Resources that I had farmed, the base looked a little bit something like this. Certainly an improvement from the last, but there was still a lot of weak points, and I wanted to cage off most of the base for these guys, but I needed a break. So I went out scouting to see if there was any raids I can do to get loot other ways, as I still couldn't craft heavies.
This base, or are they in the ORP? Yeah, I thought so. Under RP. Alright. Can't raid them. It's kind of annoying. That's a nice base. Damageable. Never mind. It is not. A whole bunch of foundation spam here, but I actually can't see where the base is. Tech found these two, so definitely must be in that waterfall. I'm not even gonna bother checking. They're definitely a lot higher than my tribe is. Well, I say my tribe, the tribe I invaded. Continue.
After scouting for a while though, I started to lose hope, I'm not gonna lie. The main issue with no wipe servers is that they go on for so long, and when they do, majority of the tribes start getting tech. So the tribe I had joined, obviously being a bit under that level, was kind of sad. Until I come across this base, and that voice crack is being ignored by all of you. None of you are allowed to mention that in the comments or you're getting banned. There was tech turrets only, with no heavy turrets, so I decided to blow down the gate just to get a bit of a better look. That way, if there was no heavies, I could just shoot rockets in and get into this tech raid for free. There was cryo fridges, there was a base at the back, and it looked juicy. And not only that, there wasn't 100% ORP on the base, as, I don't know to be honest, they were offline, but it wasn't a full ORP. So, I guess I just got to work and started blowing.
Turrets in the entrance. One at the back. Main base seems to be over there. I don't know if I have enough for Ellie. I don't see any heavies either. So I think I might go get a rocket launcher and just try and rocket at least a couple of them. Don't know how many rockets I'm going to need though. But this will be a nice raid. Hopefully I can get the guys in this tribe some really good loot from this. Which way is base? That way. It's far. Okay. I'm gonna be gone for a while. There's another one down. There's 2 turrets left. There's one behind that Meguana at back, and there's one top left. I think I might go grab a couple more rockets, take out this top left one, and then dip. Unless I can get an angle to soak this. Actually, do I want to risk this? It's going to break all my gear. Like here? Maybe? Why is it? Oh. Apparently there's some below. Okay, alright, well I'm gonna have to go back more. Let's use the remainder of these rockets now, go. Oh, never mind.
On God, this RPG firing sounds like I'm giving Zavi mega bag shots.
I think I'm just gonna wing dive in, or run in. Nice. Whoops. A hole in the ceiling there. Wait, is that it? Oh no, there's stuff in there, okay. Hopefully they got some good lines for these guys. That'd be huge. Wait, no opening. Oh, I'm just gonna go for here. Oh, vaults. Nice. Oh, do I even have enough C4 for all this? 31. I have enough for 2. Alright, well, we'll do cryo fridges first, just in case.
I was finally in the base and at all of their loot. All I would have to do now is drop everything and hope to God there was something here.
Nothing. Really? Okay, is there even a point of me blowing up the rest of them? I'm confused. We'll go back to the middle or try and find the spot to rocket at that tech. I think that's all the tech's down, if I'm not mistaken. Sweet. Well, doesn't seem like there's anything in here, does there? Anything up here? No. I am so confused on where everything is. The tech gen's up here. Hope I can grab the element out of that and make this somewhat worth it. I really thought this would be a good raid. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Oh, I can't even open it. Oh, never mind. Alright. Let's check these last couple cryo fridges, and I think I will kill the Meguanas. And last resort, I will go drop the vaults too. Hopefully we'll get something nice out of these. It is getting later, so I don't want to stay up crazy time. Nothing. Great. Oh, okay, wait. It says this Meguana has 2.1k weight in it. So this actually could have stuff on it. Alright, I need to go grab a compound bow and some more C4 to clean up this loot. And then we should be done with this raid.
Sadly though, in one of the most disappointing raids I have done in ARK, there was nothing left. And I know some of you might point out that bag on the floor, but that was just a generator with some gas in it. Sorry to burst your bubble. I dropped every single vault and received 2 tech doors. That is literally it. And then instead of heading back to base and grabbing a compound bow, I would just use my C4 on this Meguana, as I was kind of fed up by this point. Now, there could have been loot inside the transmitter, sure, but we were still poor. And I didn't want to go into all of these guys' resources and absolutely rinse them, because anything I use, I'm going to have to replace. I would kill the Meguana, and I would receive a generator and a spotlight. Yeah, I think it's bedtime. Okay, it's the next day since I played TBS, and I don't know if the tribe's gonna have kicked me because I changed so much about their base. I really don't know, so let's kind of log in and just give it a little look, to be honest. If I've been kicked, maybe this switches to a revenge story. Maybe I come back around. Oh, I wasn't kicked. And everyone's still offline. Anyone tried to raid up? No one's tried. Oh. Someone did. Oh. Just wild dinos. They stand. Ah, God. Alright, well today at least, I want to try and cage off the base. By cage, I mean building this probably up to about where there is. Gonna be a lot of farming, but I would like to go check a few raids that I scouted out last night. Just to be safe, because that last one that we did, the tech raid, so disappointing. Like, it couldn't have actually been a worse raid than that. This was likely going to be my last day on the server with these guys. I just really wanted to finish off the cage, do another big raid, and get them a bunch of loot. As when I logged on, no one was still on, despite the scenery being amazing. These guys just weren't playing. I'm unsure if they were, like, on holiday or something, or whatever, or busy, but it was the weekend, so I was kind of hoping they could get on and I could have some time with them. I did hit an insane Fabi blueprint out of that drop, and then I would check this tech teleporter, where I would get jumped by a guy in a tech suit.
Bro. Go away. Go away. Go away. I'm scared of the net, not the bowlers. I don't. I'd have to play this fight extremely careful. This guy had nets, tech suits, tech rifles, and everything I did not. And all I had was my long neck. Now, if I managed to break his chest piece, I could turn this fight into an even battle, which was my plan. If only it wasn't early in the morning and my aim was absolutely trash. If I can break this guy's tech chest piece, I can kill him. All I care about. Oh. Wait, the bees are coming in clutch. The early morning jitters and this guy jumping around like a rabbit was getting to me. I couldn't land a shot on his chest piece, but I really needed to. I can't really fight this battle whilst he still has that tech chest piece, as my bowlers won't keep him grounded. He can simply just jump out of the line almost immediately. But this guy was sporadic. I couldn't hit him. He was jumping over everything. It was like I was fighting Neo out of the Matrix. So I switched to my shield and just played the waiting game. Waiting for the perfect opportunity to pop that bitch. He's trying to grapple slam me into the floor, isn't he? I'll break chest piece. The tech suit guy had equipped a new chest piece, so using a long neck wasn't viable at the moment. I switched to my torch and tried to take him out, forgetting it was raining, so I wasn't even doing burn damage to him. Not only that though, we had an aloe, just absolutely murking us both. So the situation turned dire and he hopped back on his Meguana. He could now run and I was left on the floor on my own. I would grapple back up to the tech teleporter where I first met this guy and check my gear. I still had the Fabi blueprint on me and I didn't really want to lose it, so I sat and waited, and the guy ended up running and leaving his Meguana behind. Did he die? Or did he just run? I'm pretty sure he just ran. Oh. Okay. Interesting. A very disappointing outcome, I can't lie, as killing that guy could have jumped me to endgame, giving me a bunch of tech stuff which, sure, I couldn't have used, but would have been a nice gift for these guys, as that's all I'm really doing. I'm trying to give these guys as much loot as possible. If you can't tell, I have the hiccups right now, so pray for Blur. Pray for me. But I did get a red drop with some C4 inside it, which was kind of cool. After wasting so much time in that raid yesterday, fighting that guy and not exactly making any progress on their cage, I decided now was the time. I wanted to finish this bad boy off, so the base would be defended and I could actually log off or go onto other servers and do other things. But first, yet again, I needed to do a metal run. And this time I went into the cryo fridge and actually found out we had many RGs.
Like, loads. And I took one of the worst ones, so to speak, as I didn't really want to rinse them and lose their best one, and it was off to do a metal run yet again.
No. Pretty Caroline, stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Searches of her mind to count your blessings, 'cause it's telling fast, telling fast. They'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the ugly truth. How they coming for you. Yeah, yeah, no. Don't you think you're better off where the neighbors don't stare? Maybe you're wanted, looking good for the movie screens, living in make-believe, hoping your wishes get granted.
And after finishing the metal run, I would return back to base. It was time to start on the cage.
And up unless it's real, a slippery slope. It's not enough to please you. Pretty Caroline, stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Searches of her mind to count your blessings, 'cause it's telling fast, telling fast. They'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, that's the ugly truth. How they coming for you.
Ooh, shiny trike. 55-55. People are going to go for that. I'm going to cut my losses on this PvP, on building. I've nearly finished the cage, but I need to get to that trike. They... Do they have any more Meguanas? I'll take that one. That one looks like the worst one. Alright, 55-55. Where is that? It's directly in the middle. Okay. Should be around here somewhere. I'm like here. Is it this way more? It's down more. Where is it? I can't see it. Am I blind? I'm directly on 55-55. And no one's here. So... where is it? I was unsure if someone beat me to it. I could have really used with this trike, as we didn't have a good trike line yet, and my stego was kinda poo, but it just wasn't here. Still can't see it. I think someone might have come along and picked it up on like a Quetzal or something like that. Because I don't know if I'm blind or not. Too much foliage and stuff. I really needed that trike too. Kind of annoying. Yeah, I cannot find that trike. I looked for ages. I don't know if someone picked it or it's in the mesh. Yeah, it's gone. I'm gonna go scout for some raids. Kind of annoyed me. With that shiny trike vanishing from where I was and no tame message popping up, I just assumed it was in the mesh or something and I left, and I went scouting around the map for some more good tames and some raids. I did come across quite a few, but as they were fully offline, they had 100% RP and I couldn't exactly raid them. Oh, shiny carbo, 25-15 this time. Okay. Alright, let's go find that one. Hopefully this one actually spawns in.
One says it's around here. It's in the water. So dark. I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to see it. 25:15. Should be somewhere around here. There's no way it's underwater, right? It can be, but I hope not. I'm going back to land. Oh, look, it's so foggy. I need to turn it off.
After yet again wasting time looking for another shiny carbo, I literally couldn't do much. It was not there. I went all around the water, checked all the carbos along the bay, and it wasn't around. It could be spawning in a sky, which I've noticed on quite a few servers was an issue with the Shiny Dinos plugin / mod. But anyway, I was done wasting time now. The cage was almost complete. All I would have to do is complete the top of it with those little thin beams, and then I could get to work on just placing heavies and protecting it. The one thing the base would be missing is still tech, but that wasn't really my place. I'm just here to make the space a bit nicer for these guys, so when they log on, everything looks nice, and they're kind of surprised that a stranger just arrived, built it, and then left.
You can take that crazy jet from Newark to LA. You can walk the length of the boulevard, watch the sun fall in the lake. There's no lie, ain't no lie you can say to save you now.
And after grinding non-stop, the cage was finally complete. And the base was looking so much, well, I say so much better. That's arguable, to be honest, because it's me building this we're talking about. But in terms of defenses, this is probably as good as it's gonna get unless we start getting tech.
Well, the base is done. Kind of. I'm not a builder by any means, but I think I've done okay compared to what it was before. I mean, a lot of the stuff on the floor could be moved around. Floating turrets there, obviously, with techs if you have them. Stop stegos. Cage is kind of caged off. It's so not symmetrical at all. So it's ugly. I know a lot of you are probably going to be like, what is that, man? What is that? But I tried. That's all that matters. These guys aren't on. I hope they do log on. And they see this and they're like, damn. Who did we recruit? Like, what is this guy doing? Because, yeah, the base is nice. I like it. It's cool. It's cool. And I didn't have to, like, farm it all. I kind of just built it for them. Just gonna drop the RG on top of them. But for now, I think this is lights out for me.